Compassion is an energy available from the loving that is what I like to think of as the magic healing elixir. Compassion is an energy that says, it's okay, it's all right, everything is going to be all right, and I love you. Now, there's a big difference between compassion and sympathy. And most people, when they think about being in compassion for someone, they're actually in sympathy. Sympathy says, you're poor and sorry, and I'm higher, better, and I'm going to somehow save you. Compassion is an energy that looks at the other person with equality. Compassion says, I see you as an equal, and I know that you're a divine being just like I am. And I know and I trust that you have all of the inner resources necessary to fully realize and end your own suffering. So compassion is holding at a different level than sympathy. Sympathy is based in fear, and it's way down at the bottom of the spiral, the base of the spiral, in what I like to call right-wrong reality. It's based in the duality. So we want to get out of sympathy. We want to get out of seeing someone as sorry in their suffering, and instead, bring it up the spiral out into this big, wide, open, more loving paradigm. And that's a place that holds in infinite acceptance. So compassion holds with infinite acceptance. It says, I accept this suffering. I accept every bit of what you're feeling. I accept everything, every ounce of pain that you're going through. Compassion isn't trying to stuff it, hide it, fade it, fix it, avoid it, derail it, brush it under the rug. None of that. Compassion is just embracing the suffering and saying, there. Oh, I see how much pain you're in. Wow, you're really hurting. I hear that. And it's going to be okay. See, compassion knows that we're all part of the loving. Even if the person who was hurting were to die, it would still be okay on the being level, because as a soul in a body, we are not this body, and our souls are actually invincible. So compassion is the balm that allows things to lift. When we get compassion down into our body, what happens is that thing that was suffering starts to release. That thing that was in pain starts to really feel like it's acceptable. That thing that was in self-judgment or self-loathing or self-pity or unworthiness starts to unravel in this space of acceptance. So let's go back to the original question. Got a little bit derailed there. How do we get into it? How do we begin to access it and move on to become the embodiment of compassion? Well, embodying compassion is really a lifelong process. It does not happen overnight. A way in to begin to get a taste of it is to first feel compassion for other people. Maybe close your eyelids and set an intention to invoke the energies of compassion and just start saying to yourself, it's okay, it's all right, it's okay, it's all right, I accept that 100%, and just breathe it into your body. You might have to think of someone that you really love, or maybe even a pet, and imagine that that person or that pet is really suffering, and how your heart would just go out to them in this loving embrace. And start imagining that in your mind's eye, and then begin to apply that same compassion to yourself. Start taking it to your own suffering. Maybe think about an area in your life that you're hurting, and just start to apply this compassion It's okay. It's all right. And you want to imagine that you have a loving, higher adult part of yourself, your highest self, that is coming in with these soothing words and speaking to the part that's stuck in the suffering and saying, it's okay. It's all right. I'm here with you. I love you. Love is an inside job. So getting the love of compassion down into ourselves has to come from our connection from within. Many blessings of joy and vibrant freedom.